Hi Purdue, and welcome to our listening and learning time. So today we're going to read another fable. Today's fable is called The Hare and the Tortoise. So if I'm looking at this picture right here, this is a picture of what? We might say a rabbit, we might say it a bunny. This is also called a hare. So it's similar, so it's close to a rabbit, but it is called a hare. So they have longer ears than rabbits, and they're usually faster than rabbits. Now, when I turn the page, we're going to look at this. So you might call this what? What would you call this? A turtle. So this is similar. So this is close to a turtle, but it is called a tortoise. A tortoise. So they can be a bit larger, so they can be bigger than turtles. And while turtles spend most of their time in water, tortoises, they live on land. So they crawl very slowly when they are on land. So which animal do you think is faster, the hare or the tortoise? All right, so I want you to keep that in your brain, whatever you think it is. And we are going to read this fable. So right now, I want you to make a prediction. So this fable is called The Hare and the Tortoise, and they are going to race each other. So who do you think? We're going to make a prediction, which means we're going to guess and try to figure out what's going to happen in the future. So Hare and the Tortoise, I want you to figure out or guess what you think might happen in the book, in the fable. All right, so here we're going to read it. And your job is to figure out if your prediction comes true. So if your prediction is right. There once was a hare who was always boasting, bragging about how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were. The hare was especially boastful when talking to the tortoise. "What a slow fellow you are," he said to the tortoise one day. "I really feel sorry for you, having to creep along like that." Creep, creep, creep. So this means to move slowly and close to the ground. "It must take you all afternoon just to cross the field." The tortoise was not amused. "You may be fast," said the tortoise, "but I'll bet I could beat you in a race." "Ha ha ha," said the rabbit. The hare said, "That's hilarious. You must be joking. A race between you and me wouldn't even be close." The tortoise replied, "Well then, let's try. Suppose we race to the foot of the mountain." "Sure thing," said the hare. The other animals gathered around to watch the race. "Ready," said the squirrel. "Set," said the mouse. "Go," said the raccoon. The hare darted off quickly, means that it moved very suddenly, and ran so far ahead that he almost was out of sight. The tortoise set off too, moving slowly but steadily, means he's staying at the same speed. After he had gone about halfway to the mountainside, the hare looked back. He saw that the tortoise was far behind him, so far behind it seemed that he could never catch up. So the tortoise is back here, so he's really small because it's really far away. "This is not much of a race," sniffed the hare. Since it seems to him that the race was already won, the hare decided to stop and take a little break, or a rest. He nibbled some carrots and some lettuce. He chatted with some friends. All this while, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. The hare looked back again and saw that he was still way ahead, so he lay down in a pumpkin patch, closed his eyes, and pretended he was sleeping. He didn't really mean to go to sleep. He just wanted to show the tortoise that he could take a little nap and still win the race. But it was a warm day, and it wasn't long before the hare began to feel sleepy. Eventually, he nodded off and began to snore. What do we think happened? He fell asleep. While the hare was napping, the tortoise kept moving slowly but steadily. After 15 minutes, he crawled past the sleeping hare After another 15 minutes, he was within a few feet of the finish line. That was when the hare woke up from his nap. He realized what had happened and set off running for the mountain as fast as he could. But it was too late. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise crossing the finish line before him. So the moral of this story is, slow and steady wins the race. So did your prediction come true? Did what you think was going to happen actually happen in our fable? Well, I hope it did. So that was our story today. It's called the Tortoise and the Hare.